In this guided video tutorial, we'll be covering the concepts of how to place orders in the Grindless point-of-sale system. To begin, let's log in using our PIN and password. The Grindless POS is designed around the concept of using the reorder list and setting target and minimum stock levels for each product. Once products are configured, they will appear on the reorder list when their stock quantity falls below a certain marker. This makes it easy for store owners or managers to quickly see what the store is low on and place orders through external vendors and mark shipments as having been placed in the point of sale. The reorder list can be found under Tasks and Reorder List. As you can see, it is currently empty. That's because we haven't set any target or minimum stock levels for our products. Let's head over to Settings and then Manage Products and find a set of products that we wish to manage. In this case, we'll use the hats category. When we click into the hats category, we see all of the hats available at our store, and each one has varying levels of stock on hand. Let's go ahead and select all of our products here and click the Product Settings button at the top, represented by the gear icon. We have two fields of interest here, the reorder level and the target stock quantity. Target stock quantity is the ideal amount of stock you'd have for this product. Let's say 40, for example, is our ideal stock quantity. Reorder level is at what point the POS will put this product onto the reorder list so that you are aware that you are low on it. Let's say we want to have no fewer than 30, but again, ideally we'd like to have 40. At this time, you can also add a supplier. Let's say we get all of our hats from the supplier Advanced Apparel, and we'll hit Update. Now, if we go to the reorder list, we will see all of our hats that we have just modified. We can see how many we currently have in stock, what our ideal stock level is that we just set, and how many we currently have on order, which in this case is 0. For each one of these items, we would open up the web page for our vendor's website, place an order for each product, and then tell the POS that we have placed an order. In this example, we'll pretend that we just placed an order through our vendor's website, and then we'll go through and tell the POS that that order has been placed. We'll click on each product, and then click the Order Placed button. Tell the POS how many of that product that we ordered, let's say 40 in this example, and then hit Record. You can now see that the on order figure has changed to match what we just typed in. We'll continue on. And now the POS is aware that we have placed an order for all of the items that we were low on. Let's skip ahead in time and pretend that the vendor shipped out the order and we have received it in our store. To mark an order as received, we would go to Tasks and then Shipment Received. From this screen, we would see the supplier that we're expecting items from, as well as what items we're expecting from that supplier. Now at this point, these products are not in inventory in the point of sale. If we were to go look at the inventory levels for those products, we would see that they're currently still the same marker that they were at before. So when you place an order in the point of sale, those products are not seen as being in inventory until you mark that shipment as being received. So let's go ahead and mark this shipment as received. We will open the POS, click on this supplier, and then we'll open the box in real life and scan each item and tell the POS how many of that item we have in the box. Alternatively, you can click the button labeled Auto Populate Counts, and the POS will ask you to confirm this, and you can hit Yes. As you can see, the POS has populated how many we expected of that item into the amount received field. Ideally, you would go through and count each item individually to make sure that you actually received the correct amount. Sometimes vendors make mistakes, and it is good not to assume that they have included all of your items accurately. Once you've gone through each item, click Record Received Items. And now we are back on the Shipment Received page, and we have no shipments in progress, so the table is empty. If we head back in the Settings area, then Manage Products, and look at our Hats category again, we can see that 40 items were added to each stock count after we marked the shipment as being received. If you click on the stock field for each item, you can see a history of any time that stock has gone up or down for that product, which in this case includes the shipment that we marked as received. Now, there may be scenarios where your vendor cannot fulfill your entire order, so perhaps they send you 8 of an item when you ordered 10. Let's say, for example, this Life is Great t-shirt that we placed an order for is not actually going to arrive with 10 sets of this shirt, but instead 8 are going to be shipped, and maybe 2 are on back order to be fulfilled later on in the distant future. Now, if we mark this item as received and only receive 8, the POS will still think that there are 2 on order, and so it would still expect 2 to arrive at some point in the future. Now, in order to fix this, we need to go adjust the order that we placed for this item. So we'll go find the product, open up the stock history for that product, click on the order that we placed previously, and we'll cancel 2 of those items. We'll add a comment and hit record. Now, if we go to Shipment Received, we'll see that the POS expects 8 of those items, which is now accurate. Finally, we'll talk about how to configure suppliers. From the POS, go to Settings, then Suppliers. And here you can see that we have a couple suppliers already defined, but let's go ahead and add a new one. We'll edit our new supplier that we just added and give it a name. Give it a URL, a phone number, and an account number or the username that you use for this account. And if you have a special contact that you need to get in touch with when placing orders, you can enter that here. Hit save, and now we have a new supplier. To assign products to this new supplier, you can go to Settings, Manage Products, and then find the products that you wish to attribute to that supplier. Let's say this Cheetos product we want to attribute to the Lay's supplier that we just created. We'll click on the Product Settings box, and under Supplier, choose Lay's, and then Update. Now when we use the reorder list and see Cheetos on that list, we'll be able to see that we get that product from the supplier Lay's. This is very useful for when you have dozens of vendors for different products and you're not quite sure which products are from which vendors. When you go look at the reorder list, you will see which supplier each item is from, which will help you keep track of where you need to order that product from. To manage the information for suppliers or delete them, go to Settings, Suppliers, and manage them here.